But there's a huge problem.
This package was supposed to arrive Friday, but it's Monday night.
So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
10 eggs today. Gorgeous out today. Horses are just chilling. Hudson came to lay down, have a little rest in the round pen. Hi. Say hi. You wanna rest? London's trying to eat my braids. Hi. Say good morning. Kisses from London. Say hi. Say good morning. Good morning. Thanks, London. I'm supposed to be making food right now. Yes, I am. I love you guys. Oh, thank you, London. Thank you. Too many kisses, London. Listen, is so relaxed. Oh, thank you, London.
This just came in the mail.
But there's a huge problem.
This package was supposed to arrive Friday,
But it's Monday night.
So we had someone local in Nova Scotia send us this very, very fragile box. It was shipped Friday morning at 8:36 a.m. Perfect time for this box to arrive same day shipping. We were so excited that this parcel was officially shipped. And then we got the news that this box was not going to arrive until Monday afternoon. Yikes. So we were a little disappointed, to say the least. And we did absolutely everything we could to keep these eggs out of danger. We knew that if they sat on a postal truck for the entire weekend, that their chance of survival would be pretty small.
And to top it off, all weekend was a winter storm.
Which gave us even less chances of survival. So we got on the phone Friday morning and we called absolutely everyone we possibly could to see if we could get the mail service to expedite these as fast as we could. They were shipped priority, but we needed them like priority times 100.
Let's hope there's still a chance for these to survive.
And in order to save these eggs, we need a little help from today's sponsor. When we were first moving to Nova Scotia, within the first 2 weeks of living here, we had to welcome our very first animals to the homestead. We could not wait. Our house had every renovation needed possible, but we still had to bring home some baby ducks and baby chicks. Dayton needed ducks in his life, and Chase definitely wanted to bring home some chicks, so we went for it. Problem was, we needed absolutely everything to get us started, and that is where we found Antigonish Country Co-op. They have absolutely become family for us over the past year and a half of living here. The staff are absolutely amazing, and every time we go in there, we come home and our cheeks are hurting because we've smiled so much while shopping at our new favorite store. And we're so proud and honored to be teaming up with them this year to work on a few collaborations on our channel that we can welcome different things to our homestead and work on projects with our favorite store. Because we're trying to save our eggs, we were so thankful that Antigonish Country Co-op was able to supply us with this amazing Hovabator Genesis. This incubator is absolutely incredible, and hopefully this is exactly what we need to be able to bring these eggs to life.
The best part about this incubator is the bird's eye view of all of the eggs hatching and turning.
Normally, you'd have to turn the eggs manually 3 times a day. But now they sent us an automatic egg turner, so it can do it for us.
One of the other really cool things about this incubator is that it's digital. So it's going to help us keep a really consistent temperature for our eggs. In addition to knowing what the temperature in the incubator is, we also want to make sure we know the humidity level. So we picked up a hydrometer to help us keep track.
Guys, I think our feathered little friends need to get out of this box. What do you think?
Yeah.
We're dying to open this box. We have waited. This has been several weeks in the making. The wonderful, amazing woman who not only took eggs from her turkeys to give to us to be able to hatch in our incubator did so much work for us on her end, and thank you to her amazing turkeys that laid these eggs for us. But we knew they were coming in the mail like over the past couple of weeks, and that's all we've been thinking about is when are our eggs going to arrive? So
I think that was the first time you said what was actually in the
Oh,
box.
yeah, that's true. This is true. We haven't even said it. Just says fragile hatching eggs. I wonder how many people along the postal route were wondering what type of eggs were going to hatch in this box, or if it was going to hatch on the way since they were delayed. We need to get them in this warm incubator.
So what kind of eggs are they?
Okay, so we are hatching our very own turkey eggs. We have never had turkeys before, and we thought it would be a really cool project to do this together and welcome turkeys onto our homestead. But not just buy turkeys that had already hatched, but actually do the entire process from start to finish. So we're not going to be missing any stages of raising and growing our own turkeys, right from hatching our eggs to harvesting the meat and keeping some for pets as well, because you know we're gonna fall in love.
What kind of turkeys are they?
So these are Bourbon red turkeys. We did not open this off camera because we wanted to make sure that we would include our YouTube family in every single stage of this project. So we have no idea if any of them made it at all. If there's nothing but cracked eggs in here, hopefully not. We don't know how they were packaged or anything. Can you see what we got? Yeah. I see egg cartons. That's always a good sign that there's eggs in the box. Maybe I should put it on its side because I feel like that's they're stacked sideways, not. There's so much bubble wrap. We're gonna have so much fun with that. There we go.
Ooh-wee.
Chase can't resist himself. Never gets old, does it, Chase? Coming up here.
For sure.
I did see like a little bit of wet there, so that was a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
But let's see what we got going on here. So we should have 24 eggs. Oh, she's got them all individually wrapped. This is the one I can feel that one's broken, I think. So let's put a little paper towel here. That one feels damp.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's cracked on the corner. Okay, that's okay.
That's why we have 24.
That's why we ordered
But now
a
we
few
have 23.
extras. So this one's a little bit wet, but I think it's just wet from that one.
Yeah.
So I don't see anything on that one.
Is it numbered?
I don't think so, was it?
22.
Oh, 22. I'm going to pay attention to what way that was, upright or backwards. Point down. She's got the number the other way. I'm not sure if that matters, so let's put it back how she had it. You see the numbers? I don't see.
They're big,
They
eggs.
are big. Was that one 18? I couldn't see that.
But because this one, that one would have been 24, 23, 22, 21, 20.
I'm just wondering which way is up and which way should I be putting them a certain way.
No, just they're the way that they are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but the box was upright. Oh, yeah, I guess so that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that one feels much heavier than
That
the
one's
other ones.
huge. Big turkey.
They are so much bigger than our chicken eggs. I see a number on that one.
21.
Oh, so they're kind of like randomly numbered.
Just how she collected them, right?
Yeah.
She took a few different attempts to try to get us all the eggs.
Yeah.
They feel so much heavier than the chicken eggs. Like so much heavier. Yeah. And I'll get the top paper off this. That one's more ovally. There's a little bit of a dent on it, but I think it's okay because nothing's coming out. So we'll give that one a shot, okay?
Yeah.
You see the little dent on the top?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if we can. It's not leaking anything, so maybe it's still firm enough. We'll just wait and see. You do that one too. Okay, Mom will open these ones. Oh, that one's huge. It's massive.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. Here, I'll put the one in there. Okay, you should put it in. That one was so heavy. And she's got paper at the bottom of this one too. I can give you some paper so that we have a spot to put the eggs here. Yeah, that's okay. Put it in the thing. They had a really long road getting here. Rough road, I think. How many postal changes and overnights and shipping delays. I think we have about.
Put all the dented ones together.
Yeah,
So
let's
this
do
one-
that.
Dent.
This one's dented.
Another one of these had a dent.
No, it was
This
only, I
one
believe,
did
that one.
not, so let's put that there.
I don't think that's gonna make it.
That one has a dent. Did this one?
I think you put it over here, maybe.
Yeah, there was
There was a
one that was like,
had a
this one's
hole.
massively.
And there was another one
Dented.
right here.
Yeah,
And that one was broken, right?
This one's still
one's
like, the
broken.
shell's sealed, but the inside pocket is still intact. Like, so I mean,
Should we even?
I don't know.
Well, how
Where
many,
was
how
the
many
really-
turkey eggs can you put
That
in?
one's-
That one's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really.
This one's
Yeah.
leaking.
Yeah, that one's leaking for sure.
Okay.
These ones are maybe. That one definitely is.
So how many do we have in total?
Okay, so we should have 12, 18, 19, 20.
28.
I think 3 questionable, 1 goner.
That's
Sadly.
all right. We have some chicken eggs to put into.
We do. We were really surprised at how much bigger they are than our chicken egg.
The green one's a chicken egg, and the more tannish white one's a turkey egg.
The size difference is so different, but the weight of the turkey egg is so much heavier than the chicken egg. Ready to fire it up?
Yep.
Okay. It's set to 100 degrees, and guess what? We want 100 degrees. So we don't even have to change it. I thought it would be neat to just show you exactly what kind of comes with the incubator if you haven't done this before, because this is all brand new to us for turkey eggs. I have used a homestead before, but a very old model. Back in the day when Philip and I were newly together, so like 15, almost 20 years ago, we actually hatched out some snake eggs and different types of reptile eggs in an old school incubator. They have updated their models since then. I think the upgrades are fantastic with the digital aspect. We used to turn this tiny little dial that looked like an Allen key, and you kind of just hoped for the best and put a little thermometer in, and you had to keep adjusting it. And you know, it was a little bit of trial and error, which you don't really want to do when you wait so long for eggs to hatch. But they now have also the clear glass screen and the fans and just so many upgrades that we didn't have before. So this is going to go in the incubator. When we're ready to go to lockdown, which will be around day 24, day 25 of our 28-day process, we will remove the egg turner and we will just have this piece that will go in so that they can hatch onto something that's more safe. And this plastic piece that sits in the bottom is for your hydration. And when you look at the manual, it will tell you which number of tray to fill up with water to be able to keep your humidity levels in the incubator at the right thing that you want for yours. So for turkey eggs, there are so many different resources online. And so what we're doing is we're going by the recommendations of a bunch of different local homesteaders that we've kind of talked to online. And most of them are doing something called a dry hatch, where they don't add any humidity in the incubator until later in the process, again, closer to that lockdown time. So I'm not going to add water in it right now. We also know that inside this already, it was saying we were almost at 50% humidity already right away. So if it seems to be really low, I might add a little bit of hydration, but we are relatively humid and high moisture level in our house anyways. So I'm going to put in the egg turner on top of those 2 trays. It has a little spot here for your cord to go out so that you're not affecting any of the sealing that will happen when you put your lid on. And we're gonna put in our little hydrometer just so we can keep track in a spot that won't affect the egg turner. So when we originally turned on the egg turner, we thought that we were finding a power button or that we hadn't turned it on properly in some way. You just plug it in, but it turns ever so slightly that you'd have to time lapse the camera to see it actually move when we were waiting for it to like do something. So you just plug it in and it's gonna do the work for you. It doesn't have this big effect where you see it like rocking things back and forth. So we were doing it right. We just weren't sure because we haven't done the egg turner aspect before. I think we're ready to put these turkey eggs in. Where did my helpers go? Based on what the instructions for this particular homestead says, to avoid putting an egg beside the motor. So we're not going to put an egg in this spot here. I think from online I've seen that some people do because they really want to fill up their incubator, but I think from what I'm reading it kind of bangs on the motor a little bit, so they want you to avoid putting it in that spot. So we're going to use whatever other spots we want. You got it. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Yeah. We were considering putting some chicken eggs or even try to resource some duck eggs to put in here at the same time to fill up the incubator. But since this is our first time doing turkey eggs, we don't want any variables. We want to know exactly that what we're doing is exactly what we need to do to successfully try to save these eggs since they've had a hard go. So we're just going to do turkey eggs for this first batch in our incubator. So when researching, we have found that we need to put the fatter end of the egg facing upward. We can space them out a little bit too, right? Because we have more spaces available than we do have eggs.
So big.
Do you want to try to do every other hole?
Yeah, do that.
Okay, let's do
Give them some room because this can hold 41 eggs.
We can interchange. So here,
Yeah.
I'll do.
There you go. So we're going to do every other egg hole slot because this incubator can actually hold 41 eggs. And we had 24, but we now have 20 eggs to put in. So fun. They're so big. Like I saw pictures online of how big they were, and you can see from a photo clearly bigger than a chicken egg, but they are so heavy and they really are so much larger. Have a good sleep. So now that we have our lid sealed, we're gonna wait for this to get to temperature. We're gonna try to hatch these at 100 degrees. And we're gonna keep an eye on the humidity. If we need to add a little bit of hydration in the bottom, we will, but it looks like we're gonna be pretty good, at least on the first start here. And in 28 days, we will see how many survivors that we have. Around 7 days, we can candle our eggs, and we're going to use a candling tool to be able to see if we have veins showing and see which ones of these look like they're viable or which ones don't. So then we'll be able to know kind of, I think, how many we're gonna end up with in the end so we can prepare a brooder and start building our outdoor coop and getting ready for our animals that will be here if these will survive. So fingers crossed. They have had a really long journey. They've had a lot of obstacles, but there's a lot of love behind them. So I'm thinking they got a chance.
Yeah.
I love the glass screen. So we did a whole ton of research on what type of turkey that we wanted to welcome to our homestead. Not only for eventually to have for harvesting meat, but also for birds that we wanted to keep. Our plan is to keep a number of birds on our property year round so that we can hatch our own eggs from our own turkeys next year, keep some on our homestead for pets, and enjoy them because if you've ever researched turkeys, apparently they are the funniest creatures. Not only do they look funny and they have so much character to them, but they are quite enjoyable to have around the homestead, and we're looking forward to everything turkeys have to offer, the good, the bad, and the ugly of having turkeys on our homestead. So we wanted to experience the entire process, and when researching, we really fell in love with the Bourbon red type of turkey, and that's what we're hatching here. And hopefully we can get as many of these as we possibly can. They are a very similar color in the outcome as our horses, and we all love that color. So we knew they would be a great fit for the vibe of everything we're going for on our homestead, and we cannot wait to see these babies come out.
Leave a positive vibe comment down below and guess how many eggs do you think will survive. You got this, guys.
We want to give a huge thank you to Antigonish Country Co-op for supporting our family and cheering us on. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing this entire huge project, and we're so excited. This is something that our family is really looking forward to experiencing. I think this is going to be an amazing milestone on our homestead, and we can't wait for this process from start to finish. Loosen up, loosey-goosey.
If you're new here, please subscribe to follow our journey on the homestead.
Yeah, we're gonna write 28 days on here, 1 through 28, and then we can keep track. And we'll take one off the wall so we know how many days we have left, right?
Yep.
We thought it would be really fun to make a visual calendar that we can post on the wall here where the incubator is going to be, so we can keep track of what day it is. Otherwise, every day we're gonna be like, how many days do we have left? How many days do we have left? So this will give us a calendar where we can look and see every day how many and just remove the amount of eggs that we have for how many days.
It's incredible.
Because you know, 100% without a doubt, we are going to want to peek in this if it didn't have
Oh, yeah.
a glass top.
I would lift it up every other day.
Because when we did projects before where we used a hovabator, we were constantly looking in. And with what we were hatching, it was okay. Technically, I guess. We made it work. But you know you're going to want to look inside, especially in those last few days when it's lockdown, when you are at that day 25 and you cannot open it for a couple of days. You're going to want to see it. It's going to be like, what is going on inside if you can't see? So the fact that you have this huge view of the top, you can literally see everything, and it means we can film and show what's happening in there as well, because otherwise it would be very difficult to show the eggs actually hatching or starting to do what they're going to do. I think it's so fun.
Some could say it's a bird's eye view.
Oh gosh. He's my son. What can I say? Thank you so much to our YouTube family who is always constantly cheering us on no matter what projects or adventures the English family is taking. We absolutely love hearing from every one of you. And I know that a lot of you have guessed that that's something that was happening this week, that something new was coming to our homestead. We had guesses like a cow, a horse trainer, pigs, ducklings, turkeys was one of the guesses, but no one guessed turkey eggs that I saw. So a lot of really funny guesses that I thought, how on earth would that come in the mail? Like, I didn't know they were shipping full cows or horse trainers in the mail. But you guys are always behind us no matter what we're doing, and we're so grateful that you guys are part of our daily adventures. So thank you so much. Like Dayton said, if you're new here, hit subscribe and follow along on the journey of us raising our own turkeys. You're going to see the process from the very beginning here of us putting the eggs in the incubator and receiving our eggs, all the way to actually repeating this cycle next year when we can use our own eggs from our very own turkeys that we raised up to fill this incubator again next year. So I think that is so exciting to be able to do that. And we know that this is going to be a little bit of trial and error, and hopefully, fingers crossed, some of these will survive. And we will have our very own turkeys. We love you, and we will see you on the next episode.